Some people expect the worst when a private investigator starts looking into your past and questioning everyone who knows you. But what happens when they only discover good things? By asking your friends, interviewing your coworkers, obtaining receipts, and collecting statements from your friends, they are able to get assertions regarding your true identity. It just serves to reaffirm what the genuine ones already knew about you. So now the weirdos who were oppressed because the conversation was so positive see their investigation backfire. You were not meant to be elevated by this inquiry. Instead, it was intended to reveal you, damage your reputation, and support the narrative that your enemies have been fabricating behind closed doors. The universe is full of many plans. The gears of the cosmos whirl in paths your detractors could not have imagined. This inquiry adheres to the divinely predetermined timing exactly at the point when your energy has reached its highest frequency. The difference between the reality you experience and the falsehoods they tell has never been more pronounced. Among the things you have found to be happening in your surroundings are odd looks, unexpected messages, and the unexpected resurgence of people from your past. The universe seldom works in a subtle way when it comes to planning your vindication. Since these signs mark the start of your cosmic salvation journey, it is crucial that you heed them. Every aspect of your life is being examined, including how you interact with military personnel, how you react under duress, how honest you are when no one is looking, and how consistently your words and deeds line up. The detectives are thorough. They don't ignore any potential hints or proof. They highlight the small moments that others often forget, like the time you gave back money when you were given too much change, the time you stayed late to help a coworker without getting credit, or the time you were kind to someone who had nothing to give back. Because your greater identity was forged in the furnace of struggle, those apparently little events illuminate it. Your true personality can withstand this examination. It was not a performance for a crowd. Instead, when no one was looking, you were exhibiting the virtues. You are unable to disguise the heavenly traits that are an inherent part of your soul. While they are under great inspection, they magnify. The microscope that they believed would uncover your vulnerabilities merely emphasizes the crystalline nature of your soul. After each interview, a new piece is added to the evolving image of a person who travels through the world in a unique fashion, an individual whose frequency violates the conventional patterns of human behavior. The words that emerge from the testimony that flood in like a cosmic tide are unstoppable, overpowering, and transformative. You have forgotten a number of tales that affirm your identity, including the little deeds of kindness, the brave moments, the boundaries you maintained gracefully, and the times you choose the higher road when no one would have faulted you for taking the lower one. Some people still remember you, even if you can hardly remember them. Your work ethic is praised by your first job's boss. During storms, you would constantly check on her, as the neighbor from 3 years ago recalls. The colleague with whom you disagreed creatively commends you for being fair and respectful throughout the conflict. And your habit of checking on her during storms is something that the neighbor from 3 years ago recalls. These testimonies have led to the creation of a constellation of truths about your true self. Each tale is interconnected with all other stories, forming an unavoidable pattern. Against the evil that others have tried to cast over your name, there is an unbreakable barrier. The energy signature you have left on many lifetimes is that defense. You didn't just happen to stumble here. They guided you. You should not disregard any stirring in your soul. To get access to prophetic insights, unique material, and a network of like-minded individuals, tap Join. This goes beyond just being a member. Now is the time for you to align. Be the person you were meant to be. Greetings from the selected. Consistency across a range of circumstances and interactions is one of the things that most shocks the investigators. The person you were at work was not different from the person you were at home. The person in front of you had no effect on how bright or dim your light was. Because the core of who you are permeates every interaction. Every discussion you have makes a lasting impression on everyone you encounter. The cosmos purposefully and carefully preserved these testimony for this particular moment. Every person speaking on your behalf is a heavenly eyewitness to your journey, and their words are laden with uncontrollable and irrefutable truth. It is impossible to deny the cosmic record of your influence. The actual nature of the inquiry, which was supposed to be of a genuine character, turns out to be a rumor campaign orchestrated by someone who is preoccupied with jealously observing your brilliance. What began as whispered discussions in secret locations turned into a deliberate attempt to sabotage your increasing influence. The individual who initiated the dispute believed that others shared their biased perception of you. Unwavering confidence about your actual character filled their utterances, and they were certain that the inquiry would confirm their presumptions. Their self-confidence sprang from a basic disassociation from reality, which was like a warped mirror, reflecting their own darkness instead of your light. With every new testimony, their mission becomes clearer. They are frightened by your true might. They feel threatened by the relationships you build with others, and they are enraged by your ability to stay true to your beliefs in the face of their turmoil. Because your frequency is in a realm that their awareness cannot reach for whatever reason, they cannot understand it. The universe discloses these beginnings to free you from any remaining doubts about your vision, not to hurt you by exposing the fact that you have been deceived. Have confidence in your energy recognition skills. Paranoia is not the cause of the cues you get about other individuals. Instead, they are the result of your heavenly defense system working perfectly without your supervision or cooperation. There is a protective circle that has developed around you to defend themselves against those who are trying to dim your light. Those who recognize your divine essence have built an electromagnetic barrier. This partnership is not coordinated by human communication. Instead, it is light's natural reaction, identifying and protecting light. Even in the face of false information about you, these supporters remain steadfast in their dedication to the truth. Integrity is more important to them than inclusivity. Character assassination is something they refuse to engage in. They use personal experiences to refute misleading narratives. They turn down invitations to gossip groups where your name is used as a means of gaining acceptance. And instead of being included, they decide to be truthful. This collective reaction surprises those who feel they have influence on the narrative. They assumed that others would enthusiastically join in taking down someone whose brightness made them uncomfortable with their own shadows. Instead, they encounter resistance from unexpected quarters, people they had thought would support their malevolent side. The strength of this relationship reveals one of the most important components of your energy. It doesn't only go through people's lives, it transforms them entirely. Your sincere presence awakens something within them. And long after the physical connection has broken, the effects of this awakening are still felt. The seeds of truth you sowed will ultimately sprout and grow when your character is challenged. Cosmic law, not human design, was responsible for the layout of this protection. When darkness tries to invade, those who are in alignment with true light will instinctively protect it. Because of your vigor, guards that you did not ask for, or even knew existed, have been cultivated. Those who try to obstruct the divine task are met with this answer from the universe. When you choose to keep some distance from negative influences, you are not only doing it for your own protection. Instead, it was divine direction. Truth could blossom because of the sanctuary you created, which was free from pollution. They were determined to lower your frequency while you were focused on raising it, creating a contrast that is so remarkable that it is impossible to ignore. This separation allowed us to preserve the integrity of your energy signature. By avoiding their continual interference, you are able to create a frequency that is so clear that others can pick it up, even through the static of manipulation and gossip. You received support in spite of the distance. Instead, it made it possible for you to communicate with allies who share your frequency. The fact that you were not in their sphere of influence created the perfect environment for their true character to emerge. When their projected shadows didn't have you as a target, they turned on one another or found new victims, displaying patterns that others began to recognize in themselves. You were never the one who was at fault in any argument. It was indeed them. At the exact time when your development needed contaminated free soil, the cosmos arranged this separation. You would have experienced frequent interference with your development if you had remained trapped in their energy field. The timing of your leaving was so amazing that it preserved not only your present peace, but also your purpose for the future. This gap serves as a crucial contrast in the context of the research. There is no denying the difference between conditions where you were absent and circumstances where you were there. The two may be distinguished clearly by those who are examining your character. The energy residue of harmony and authentic connection that you had left behind vanished when you left a location. The desperate measures that were used against you are exposed in the context of the situation. Threats were made, money was sent, and favors were promised. The fact that your opponents attempted to purchase evidence against your reputation demonstrated how baseless their accusations were. Lying is the only thing that needs to be paid for. There is no price for truth. Some people sacrifice their integrity in order to get a short-term advantage by taking these bribes, while others choose to reject, maintaining their dedication to the truth despite the pressure. Both choices have been shown during the investigation, allowing for a clear separation between those who are in line with legitimate authority and those who are being manipulated. Those who took money to spread false information were so sure of their alleged safety that they bragged about the agreements they had made. They chatted too freely while they weren't being guarded, which led to witnesses to their plot. The germ that ultimately brought them to light was their arrogance. Examples of the evidence that the universe meticulously records for these behaviors include conversations that were overheard, bank information, and text messages. The cosmic accountant does not lack anything in monitoring efforts to interfere with divine time. Every single effort to purchase false evidence against you has been documented in both spiritual and secular ledgers. This exposing has two goals in mind. It first reveals the character of those who helped create the false stories that have been spread about you. Secondly, it undermines their stories. The difference between testimony that has been bought online and truth that is voluntarily given is another indication of your sincere character. The same thing they intended to bring about is what ultimately leads to their own death. There is a notable change in intensity with regard to official procedures. Documents that have been hidden for a long time are revealed at just the right moment. Evidence that was thought to have been deleted suddenly resurfaces. In the face of intimidation, witnesses find the courage to speak the truth. As the cosmic wheels of justice accelerate, they are creating unstoppable momentum. A person in a position of power, such as a judge, investigator, mediator, or decision-maker, is aware of the manipulation occurring. The person in issue blends the unusual pairing of perception and position. As they do their official duties, they are able to see the truth and act upon it. Their participation is not a coincidence. Instead, it is a cosmically orchestrated occurrence. It may surprise you to learn how quickly legal issues become different. Procedures that often go slowly suddenly boost up speed. In only a few days, decisions that have been pending for months are made. In the past, the administrative machinery seemed to be against you, but today it is functioning with a remarkable efficiency. This time, it was not a bureaucratic accident. It's divine intervention instead. This pivotal moment has significance that goes beyond your immediate vindication. This sets the stage for a precedent about how energy functions in systems designed to hide the truth. Your instance will be used as a benchmark for future situations when light is subjected to alteration. Don't keep it to yourself. If God's kindness has touched you, in order to assist spread His light, click Super Thank You and donate $20 or more. Your generosity spreads like a wave of grace, enhancing hearts and expanding His dominion. Allow His excess to seep into you. For those who face similar resistance to yours, your reversal creates chances. Now, with the might of the universe, resources that were previously unavailable are coming your way. You now have access to opportunities that were before denied to you. Financial matters are settled to your advantage. Your heavenly heritage of wealth, which has been withheld, will return more abundantly during the period of deliberate restraint. The restoration serves as much than just restitution. It is a kind of replication instead. The amount that was taken is returned with an increment. The cosmos functions according to energy balancing laws that are beyond the realm of human fairness. The duration and intensity of your limitation are taken into account to assess the degree of your recuperation. Unquestionably, there is a connection between the research and the timing of this abundance. Those who attempted to limit your resources are now seeing the universe without difficulty and with remarkable accuracy go over their obstacles. Given how obviously it points to a causal link, it would be reckless to dismiss the correlation between your vindication and your unexpected success as a coincidence. Frequently, the same structures that are intended to keep you in are also the ones that deal with the roots that bring plenty back. The customer who refused to pay now pays with interest. The previously refused opportunity becomes accessible under more expansive terms. The customer that delayed payment suddenly changes their mind, and the employer that turned you down makes a better offer. This pattern shows that there is cosmic orchestration that goes beyond human organization.